the Philippines, the Pac-Man.
His hands come right back to his body, anticipating the counter shot.
In the first frame, Barrios establishing the jab doubles.
Can you smell that? It's not sweat. And liniment tits the scent of war rising in the air. This isn't just another fight night. It's a collision course with chaos. And finally, it's here. Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios is only hours away, and the boxing world is absolutely losing its mind.
Man still has a lot of fight. When you think you're launching an attack, you're actually already getting countered.
Police and came back to win the match.
Welterweight championship of the world.
You'd think the internet had crashed, timelines are overflowing. Group chats are in meltdown, and even your uncle, who only watches cricket, has suddenly become a boxing expert. The legend is lacing up once again, and the world is tuning. In like it's the Super Bowl, the World Cup, and a Marvel movie premiere all rolled into one.
At any point, I see it, I have him hurt, I won't hesitate to pull the trigger. And, I know it's going to be, it's the same for him.
After the final press conference, Freddie Roach couldn't take a single step without being swarmed. Fans surrounded him like he'd just dropped a mixtape, phones out. People screaming like they'd just seen Beyoncé. And through it all, Freddie just sat there with that poker face like, yeah, we've been here before. At 45, Pacquiao is out here treating age like it owes him money. The man moves like his knees have never even heard of arthritis. Meanwhile, Barrios is younger, taller, and hungrier. But let's be honest, he better come prepared, because Pacquiao doesn't show up to pass the torch. Shows up to beat you with it.
I'm rooting for Manny 1,000%, obviously, because, we shared the ring, but age is age. I mean, you just never know. He's going in against a young fighter.
Manny Pacquiao didn't just walk into that interview. He walked in like a hitman, armed with a highlight reel and a folder labeled receipts. Sitting down with Marcos Villegas just days before trying to rewrite history against Mario Barrios. Manny's chasing 2 world records, becoming the first active Hall of Fame champion and the oldest welterweight king alive. When Marcos said, "You fought 16 times at the MGM," Manny hit him with a no-look counter. No, it's 11.
It's not 16. I think it's 11, but I wanted to go. These are all the fights I've covered that are yours here throughout.
Then came the flashbacks, and Manny didn't miss, starting with Bradley. He showed up in a wheelchair and still walked away with the win.
Ow.
Then Broner Manny just laughed, like he'd witnessed a magic trick gone wrong. "I don't know where he got that idea," he said.
What did you think when he went on the mic and said that he thought he won?
I know. I don't have an idea where he got that thought.
When Broner said, "I beat that boy," Manny clapped back. "I hit him once." Even Broner's punches had commitment issues. As for Vargas, Manny gave him props, then casually reminded everyone that he turned him into human luggage.
Fight.
First one, part one.
The first one, I lost the fight. I supposedly win.
You won.
Thurman went down in round 1. Pacquiao credited prayer and a blast of Filipino thunder. Against Ugas, he said, "Cramps locked up my legs like they owed rent." And as for Marquez IV, he got lucky. "I got careless."
The Marcus 4, what do you remember the most?
Marcus 4. Oh, just he got lucky. Just I'm about to finish him. Oh, that round.
And when Mayweather's name came up, Manny didn't flinch. He ran. "I threw more punches. I don't know how I lost." Then came the mic drop teaser. One fight at a time. We'll talk after Barrios. Translation: if Manny wins, Floyd better lace up poor, disappear.
Mayweather Pacquiao. Do we see a rematch if you win on Saturday, Manny?
I don't know. Just one at a time. Let's talk about that after.
David Benavidez didn't just praise Manny Pacquiao. He practically described him as a video game glitch that never got patched. According to Benavidez, Pacquiao isn't just dangerous. He's the boxing equivalent of God mode. Elite footwork? Check. Insane ring IQ? Double check. A combo game faster than fiber optic Wi-Fi? Absolutely. And then there's that one wild card trait.
What makes Manny Pacquiao special is that he does everything so good. He has great footwork, he has good ring IQ, good defensive slips, good combinations, and I think most importantly of all, he's in there willing to go to war with anybody.
He's always ready to trade leather like it's payday, and he steps into every fight like it's a final boss battle. Only he is the boss. At Sitio, Benavidez doesn't call him old. He says he's marinated in violence. Even compared him to Bernard Hopkins, who won a title at 49, basically saying Pacquiao isn't past his prime. He's just in his post-credit scene and still throwing hands. Benavidez made it clear this isn't some farewell tour.
Manny Pacquiao at age 46 is going to look amazing in my opinion. He has all the experience in the world. He's seen every single fighter, and if he's coming back at 46, it's because he definitely wants to come back and win another world title.
Manny didn't come back to wave, he came back to win, and Barrios. You better bring a plan A, plan B, and a GoFundMe. Pacquiao's so sharp, even Father Time has to fight him orthodox. This isn't some nostalgia trip. It's a smoke show with history on the line. If Barrios isn't careful, Manny might leave Vegas with the belt and whatever's left of his confidence.
Oldest world champions has been Bernard Hopkins when he fought at age 49. So, Pacquiao, he's barely 46 right now. He's a young 46. So I think, he still has a lot left.
Sean Porter didn't just praise Pacquiao. He came with receipts, and it looked like he'd just seen a Marvel character in real life. Expected Manny to be running on Filipino time, but instead Pacquiao was already deep into round 3 of a training montage straight out of a Rocky reboot. Porter didn't walk into a gym. He stepped into a live-action highlight reel. By the time he blinked, Manny was already tearing through combos like they were on clearance. But here's the interesting part.
Here's the interesting thing. He trained about 40 minutes before I got to the gym, maybe even an hour, and he damn sure trained another hour and a half after I got there. He trained so long after I got there, so I'm like, all right, I've seen everything I need.
He's still him, Porter Sedond, that's coming from a guy who's taken punches from the legend. He joked that Pacquiao has been spending retirement playing badminton and basketball like he's training for the Senior Olympics. But clearly, none of that knocked the beast out of him. Porter called Barrios' style perfect for Pacquiao, which is basically boxing code for Barrios just walked into a trap wearing a name tag. If Barrios thinks he's fighting a grandpa, he's about to get schooled by a senior with jet fuel. In his veins, this isn't leisure time, it's legacy time. Manny's not slowing down. He's downloading new updates.
I kind of feel like I want to leave it right there, man. I don't know. I just think with the perfect style, it ain't much that you can do with a Manny Pacquiao that's still bouncy, that's still explosive. We'll see.
Teddy Atlas didn't just talk about Pacquiao. He delivered a tearjerker wrapped in a roast, wrapped in a Hall of Fame level pep talk. This wasn't boxing analysis. It was a masterclass titled How to Punch Poverty in the Face and Smile While doing it. He said Manny didn't just fight boxers, he went 12 rounds with life itself, poverty, politics, and probably hungered twice before breakfast.
I'm not putting anything past him that he can't take that power and somehow summon it and let it show in the ring. Let it be part of the strength you need to do something that looks really, really, really unlikely.
According to Atlas, you don't bet against a man who slept on dirt floors, fed his country, won titles in 8 weight classes, and still had enough soul to give away half his payday, like it was spare change. Then came the brutal line, maybe. He's still fighting because he gave away too much money. That stung harder than half the welterweight division. But Atlas flipped it. If anyone can pull off miracles on tired legs, it's Manny, because that guy's heart throws more punches than his fists. And then came the final mic drop. He's like an old car, but that car might be hiding a turbo engine and a grudge. Translation. Barrios better check under the hood.
Car, right? You have an older car. You don't take it on Autobahn. You don't try to go 85, 95, 105 miles an hour. It's because it's an older car. So, and if you do, what happens? Things wear out.
And if you needed a reminder of just how much heart Manny fights with, rewind to the night he stepped into a storm named Marquez and still nearly stole the thunder. On December 8, 2012, at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, the boxing world witnessed one of its most explosive and emotionally charged rivalries reach its dramatic climax. Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez IV. This was no ordinary fight. After 3 controversial bouts, marked by razor-thin margins, lingering tension, and no definitive winner, both warriors stepped into the ring that night with bad intentions. No more decisions. No more debates. Just one final war to settle the score. Round 1. Both fighters started cautiously, fully aware of each other's power. Marquez appeared slightly slower than in past meetings, but came in noticeably more muscular. Pacquiao, on the other hand, was sharp, fast, fluid, and landing crisp left hands.
Because if the fourth fight between Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez is the most memorable fight in history. Marquez decisively dropped Pacquiao with a cool right hand at the end of the 6th round.
Round 1 was tight, but Pacquiao edged it with his speed and higher volume. Round 2. Pacquiao began to find his rhythm, bouncing in and out, peppering Marquez with sharp combinations. Marquez responded with well-placed body shots, but still looked like he was collecting data. Another close round, but Pacquiao's relentless activity likely gave him the edge. Round 3. Boom. The first major drama of the night. Marquez uncorked a perfectly timed overhand right that detonated on Pacquiao's chin, sending him crashing. To the canvas, the crowd exploded. Pacquiao had never been dropped so cleanly by Marquez before. He beat the count and came back swinging, but the momentum had clearly shifted.
Closing the book on their legendary 4-fight rivalry.
Round 4. With blood trickling from his nose and fire in his eyes, Pacquiao came back like a demon unleashed. He cranked up the pressure, unleashing rapid-fire combinations and punishing Marquez to both the body and head. The Filipino icon outworked his rival, showing zero hesitation or fatigue despite the knockdown just minutes earlier. Round 5. This was vintage Pacquiao. He tore into Marquez with a relentless flurry, even scoring what appeared to be a knockdown of his own. Though the referee ruled it a slip, replays clearly showed a punch setting it up. Marquez was bleeding from the nose and looked visibly rattled, while Pacquiao, grinning through the chaos, was building momentum fast.
One person, whether on television or here, that saw that fight tonight, that wasn't just blown away.
Round 6. Pacquiao was in full command, battering Marquez with vicious left hands, slipping counters with slick head movement, and dictating the pace. Looked like another dominant round for the Filipino legend. Then, lightning struck in the final second of the round as Manny lunged in to close strong. Marquez dipped low and unleashed a picture-perfect counter right. It landed flush. Time stopped. Pacquiao dropped like a stone face first, motionless. The arena gasped. Commentators fell silent. Manny Pacquiao, a division world champion. The relentless warrior had been knocked out cold. It wasn't just a knockout. It was the knockout. One of the most brutal, clean, and iconic one-punch finishes in boxing history. Marquez didn't celebrate with wild theatrics. He let out a roar of triumph, finally exorcising the ghosts of their 3 prior battles. As the MGM Grand buzzed in a mix of shock and awe, cameras cut to Pacquiao's wife, Jinky, at ringside. Tears streamed down her face, hands clutched tightly. She was overwhelmed by emotion, watching the man she loved lying unconscious in the ring. It was a gut-wrenching moment, the pain of a partner, the worry of a wife, and the heartbreak of witnessing a legend fall.
Knockout efectivo, poderoso, fulminante, agobiante, y Manny Pacquiao no se levanta. Hay un momento de drama en la lona. Manny Pacquiao.
In just 6 unforgettable rounds, the greatest rivalry of this generation came to a thunderous, shocking end. No judges, no controversy. Just pure closures sealed by one monstrous right hand. If that gave you chills, just imagine what's coming. Next, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping boxing stories, in-depth breakdowns, and legendary throwbacks.